Hey, this is Matt once again. Welcome back to another video. There's another paid request for Brian. Thank you so much for that. And for those interested in requesting pretty much any type of videos, reactions, reviews, commentaries, re-reviews, whatever it may be, feel free to send it either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box. And he wanted me to do a reaction to this video where a guy named LA Beast, he tries rare discontinued sodas. That was always something I was curious about. I've seen Brad Jones, Cinema Snob, do this for quite a few years where he tries out. I do agree with the sentiment of these discontinued sodas. There's definitely an interest to it. I think a part of it is curiosity of, this used to be around, but now that you can't have it anymore, it's almost like, it's like the kid in school back in the day where they had something you didn't have, and even though you weren't interested to begin with, it's like, I'm still curious, what is that like? What is that? What does that taste like? Is it good, bad? Like, it's stuff that you take for granted, and then when it's gone, you go, oh man, I wonder, life is short. I wonder what that was. Maybe it's that inane or insane curiosity we all have about stuff. But again, for those who are watching, hope you enjoy. We will see. I'm not familiar with LA Beast. I think the only thing I remember is he did a video where he did Crystal Pepsi and he puked. I think that's the only thing I remember. But yeah, I have watched some of Brad Jones, Cinema Snob's Brad Try stuff. So let's get into it. See the volume up a little bit. Alright.
Have a good day. Good day. Before we get started with the video, I've decided to give away 2 limited edition LA Beast Crystal Pepsis. So in order to enter to win,
He had his own Crystal
please hit the
Pepsi?
link in the description below. Thank you and enjoy the video.
I did try Crystal Pepsi. I actually enjoyed it quite a bit.
I plan on blasting myself into the past yet again as I reach into this mystery grab bag full of some of the most insane, rare, short-lived, iconic beverages of our time, and hopefully in the process, I don't contract botulism, which is a rare bacterial disease in one's bowels.
Yeah, don't die, kids, don't die. That's the rule for everything. Don't die.
The first beverage that we have is very rare 7-Up Gold.
7-Up Gold?
7-Up in 1988 as a spice-flavored beverage, but because 7-Up's slogan was "Never had it, never will," referring to caffeine, and
Spice.
because 7-Up Gold contained caffeine, it was a dark-colored beverage. The consumers got confused, and 7-Up Gold only captured 0.1% of the market, and that's why it was discontinued less than a year later.
7-Up Gold.
Today, for your viewing pleasure, I'm going to tell you exactly what a 7-Up Gold tastes like.
A spicy 7-Up.
20 years later. All right,
I wonder what that would be. I mean,
crack it open. Let's see if it's still got the fizz. No, it doesn't.
sorry, I'll be pausing from time to time before he says anything. I'm trying to think, like, a 7-Up Gold. I never heard of 7-Up Gold. I mean, I've heard like cherry 7-Up and of course regular. I do like 7-Up. I've actually had it a couple times in the past couple videos. Because anytime when I had a stomach ache, for some reason 7-Up would always help with a stomach ache. I don't know if it was because of the lack of caffeine, but then you had this liquid, this lemon, liquid as of what, solid? Yeah, you're drinking solid shit. Liquid taste. Like, what? Lemon? Why taste fucking liquid? This lemon taste. Something about it would ease up an upset stomach. Oh, I like the fact he's got a hoverboard from Back to the Future too. That's pretty cool. And then LA Beast, that's kind of like Super Mario. That's like Super Mario Brothers 3 artwork. But yeah, spicy. A 7-Up with spice. I don't know why it makes me think this don't have like would be like a cinnamon. Maybe not cinnamon, but well, let's get to it. Let's see what he says.
It seems flat right off the bat.
Yeah, it's gonna be flat. Did he say what year it came out?
It looks gold.
Maybe he did. But this stuff is always interesting to me.
7-Up Gold, ladies and gentlemen. I'll take a first sniff. Right off the bat, it has a hint of deer urine. But I do smell.
How you know how deer urine smells like?
Without further ado, bottoms up.
Sorry,
Seven Up Gold.
I don't know what smells like, so I'll take your word for it. Why don't you take a sip? Why are you drinking the whole thing?
Oh, ooh.
Well, take a sip. Don't like guzz it down.
Okay, Seven Up Gold. Right off the bat, it would taste like what a wet, wrinkly jungle foot would taste like. But syrup. It's like if I had a maple syrup, wet jungle foot.
I've never had a jungle foot, so I wouldn't know what it tastes like.
7-Up Gold. It smells like deer urine and it tastes like feet. Shout out to Stephen Miller. Next up, we have...
Whoa, okay, wait. But what does it actually taste like? Like, okay, I get the jokes, but what does it actually taste like? I mean, so, is it maple syrup? Is that what it is with the spice? So does it have like a maple syrup taste? I guess that's the only thing I get out of it. See, at least with Brad Jones, he does the taste, he does his jokes, but then he's like, what does it actually taste like? I hope he actually does go into that in these, and it's not just the jokes.
Beer, ladies and gentlemen, which is a beer that was promoted by Billy Carter.
If anyone had 7-Up Gold, can you tell me what did that actually taste like, or what was its intention of tasting like? 7-Up Gold, like, was it supposed to be this maple flavor? It says spices, but is it spicy lemon? I don't even know what it could be. So that's the thing, I didn't really learn it. I mean, it's supposed to be maple syrup. I don't know. It didn't really go into like what it actually tried. Like, I would actually want to like, okay, this tastes like cherry. Oh shit, it's cherry. Billy Beer I've heard of. Brad Jones Cinema Stop tried it out. It's one of those you have to be careful because it's alcohol. And alcohol, after a long while, that type of can, you have to be careful that there ain't shit in there. And Billy Carter, of course, related to Jimmy Carter. And think of the Simpsons episode where Homer puts on an old jacket. They did, oh, Billy Beer!
In July of 1977, his brother at the time,
We elected the wrong
was the
president.
of the United States
Or,
of America.
we elected the
Less than a year
wrong
later, in
Carter.
October of 1978, Billy Beer
1978.
discontinued forever. I had this beer brewed up just for me. I think it's the best I've ever tasted, and I've tasted a lot. I think you'll like it too.
I've heard it pretty much tastes like cheap shit beer.
Well, Billy Carter, I will be the
Like
judge
cheap
of that.
generic beer.
What am I doing? Oh my god. It's like one of those 1970s pool
And I've never been a fan of alcohol. I've never been a fan of beer. The few times I tasted it, it's
what an
tasted
absolute
awful.
stale bread would smell like.
This
Okay?
tasted awful.
That doesn't even look like beer. It looks like stale apple cider, to be honest.
Don't
It
you,
smells like Billy Beer.
wait, don't you have to be careful to see if there's
Chunk
anything
in there.
like at the bottom? Yeah, the chunks. Yeah, he just guzzled it all down. I just hoping to puke it up again. Yeah, a sip is all you need, man.
Oh, finish it.
Maybe that's his gimmick, just to guzzle it down and not really about what it actually tastes like.
My initial thoughts of what Billy Beer tastes like from 1977, ladies and gentlemen.
1977.
Tastes like an old man sitting in an old folks' home mixed with Red Dog beer. Not bad. Next up, because I already know it's
Not bad?
I'm 100% royally f***ed. As I show you this, Orbits.
Oh god, I remember
was
Orbits.
discontinued in 1997, and it was marketed as a non-carbonated.
I remember having Orbits way back in the day. I actually remember this drink. And I didn't have it much, but it's just a cool novelty that you could just watch it, see all these things swimming around, and then pretty much when you drink it, like, it didn't have a whole lot of taste from what I remember. The little, maybe I don't remember having as much taste as I thought it would, the little ball things. And then they kind of dissipated fairly quickly. So it wasn't like something you could chew on. Did it seem like, oh, that'd be something like you could maybe chew while you drink, and then they seem like disappear quickly on your tongue. I would actually, that'd be something, that's, I will say that's something that would be nice for these companies to do, is to give these limited runs for this discontinued product. Hey, you want to try it? Here you go. For that curiosity's sake. Or have it be like, you know how companies with movies, DVDs, Blu-rays, same with these products. We make some. When they sell, we don't make too many in case they don't sell out. But if they do sell, here's a few more. And do an online business thing with all this stuff. I think there could be a market, like, or if I guess if you was some mastermind that knew the ingredients how to make all this stuff, you could maybe secretly do that. There you go. A bootleg version of discontinued soda.
Fruit-flavored beverage, but yeah, looking at it, people thought that it was a lava lamp, and due to
It does look like a
sales,
lava
it's
lamp, yeah.
discontinued. And what you see there are floating edible balls, and they're suspended in the liquid because they have the same density. And there's also something called Gelen gum.
Yeah, they are
Which
edible.
I'm about to taste and tell you what that tastes like.
I don't remember it tasting bad,
So
though.
without further ado,
Obviously, this is much older.
Orbits, ladies and gentlemen.
But, like, there were certain flavors, like orange,
In this flavor, we are tasting raspberry citrus today. I'll tell you what
raspberry
it smells
citrus
like.
there.
I've never had this before in my life. It's got a weird scent to it.
Well, yeah, because it's, like, decade old or
Yeah,
something.
it smells like bumblebee flowers. I can definitely smell bumblebee flowers. Okay, let's
Well, at least it's not bumblebee tuna.
Alright. Ooh, it looks like a bunch of like little fish eggs. Orbits. This is from 1997.
That's a good image. All the eggs just give birth in your stomach and come out of your eyes and nose and ass.
I just had tiny little balls in my mouth. Tiny balls are squishy.
Maybe that's the first or last time.
If you've ever had fun fruits or fruit snacks, but squishier. The liquid, it smells like if you had a new pair of Ked sneakers with chemicals inside.
I don't know anything about that, so I take your word for it, buddy. I wish they kept Crystal Pepsi around. I actually really like that. I like that more than regular Pepsi. I really enjoyed Crystal Pepsi. Don't die. Don't die. Just don't die. Don't die.
Not terribly bad. Okay, I'm already starting to feel nauseous after that orbit. So what I'm going to do now is a taste test of a current day Gatorade citrus cooler versus a 28-year-old bottle of glass citrus cooler Gatorade. And I specifically remember as a child, definitely during the early 90s, consuming my Gatorade from glass bottles. It's pretty cool.
I vaguely remember that too.
Sports games and prizes, including
1990 Chevrolet Corvette.
Chevrolet Corvette ZR1.
Saw the picture of Michael Jordan, right? Yeah.
Taste test. Let's see if I can
Gatorade, I like Gatorade, but I don't think it's a thirst quencher. Anytime I drink Gatorade, it felt salty. Like, I could almost taste the sodium. And it made me want thirstier. Yeah, I like Gatorade, but it made me thirstier.
It definitely smells like sugary, rotten plums.
And yeah, I don't get the thirst quencher portion of Gatorade. Did anyone ever drink Gatorade and it's like, I'm not thirsty anymore? Again, it felt like I could taste the sodium.
That's good. It definitely
Taste the
smells
salt.
like okay, so current day citrus.
But I do like Gatorade. I just don't drink it much because of that. I just would prefer this or something.
Yes, if anybody's had Gatorade, it has that classic citrus flavor to it. This definitely tastes like it should. And this is
Why does he put it in the glass
Gatorade
though?
citrus cooler.
Especially when it's you can see through it anyway.
When I had the high C ecto cooler, it kind of smelled like paint and
Man,
chemicals.
I always wanted to try Ecto Cooler.
Look, here we
When
go.
the 2016 film came out, I could never find Ecto Cooler. I could never find it around, which fucking pissed me off.
What is it? I thought it was going to taste like a warm 28-year-old Gatorade that's been sitting out in the sun for 28 years, but it tastes just like I remember it. I guess drinking Gatorade from a glass bottle, it has that, oh, it's just a unique taste to it. Not bad.
Well, again, the glass stuff probably does help contain.
That's enough. We're done. Sorry, I'm not an instant winner, but you're on the way to receiving a free 32-ounce Gatorade squeeze bottle. So that's a bummer. I do not feel well. This is going downhill fast, and I'm sweating as I introduce to you this. Ladies and gentlemen, Pepsi Blue.
Did
Which
that
was
come
introduced
back,
by
Pepsi
PepsiCo
Blue?
back in 2002. It's a new fusion
2002.
of berry and cola to compete with Coca-Cola's Vanilla Coke. But unfortunately, in 2004, this product was discontinued.
Didn't they bring back Pepsi Blue? I never had Pepsi Blue.
Like raspberries, with an aftertaste of cotton candy. Looking forward to that.
Yeah, the cotton candy flavor.
This drink is tinted by a highly controversial coloring agent.
I'm not a cotton
called
candy type of guy.
banned in most countries, and it's contained in this bottle right now. And
Pepsi Blue,
has
huh?
been, endorsed by
Might be, I
celebrities
mean,
such as Britney
might be
Spears,
curious to
Sev,
try Pepsi
and
Blue.
Papa Roach. So without further ado,
I'll say this here, if anyone ever wants to send me something to try, I'll do it. But at the same time, that's a shitload for shipping, so...
I've never actually had Pepsi Blue in my entire life. If anybody from Pepsi's listening,
Especially with nowadays, with how expensive fucking things are.
it smells
But I'm just saying, if anyone ever does, I'll do
like
it.
this expired in 2003. Doesn't smell like chemicals, straight up berries and cotton candy. And I believe the slogan is the original. I like the original, but the remix ain't bad. Okay.
I mean, I don't think it would taste that bad.
To all the Pepsi Blue drinkers out there, I will not disappoint you by wasting a single drop. So,
It's going to spill. If he lifts it, it's going to spill.
there you go. Pepsi Blue. It has a very highly
Oh,
controversial.
he's doing pretty good. It's not spilling. I'm impressed. I am impressed. Good job, man. Didn't spill. I am impressed. I don't think it would taste that bad. I mean, that old.
Okay, Jesus.
Maybe not.
It kind of tastes like unsweetened iced tea, and it just ink from a printer, like toner ink.
Unsweetened iced
It does
tea.
have a cotton candy, maple syrup, toner ink aftertaste to it. Oh, Pepsi Blue, ladies and gentlemen, this is not good.
So the older Gatorade tastes better than the newer Pepsi Blue. There you go.
Okay, at this juncture, screw the bag. As I introduce to you this
Slice.
gem from my childhood, lemon lime slice, which was
So
introduced
Sprite.
by PepsiCo in 1984 with the slogan of slice, clear, crisp, to try and compete with 7-Up and Coca-Cola Sprite. But unfortunately,
Oh, okay.
in 2000, lemon lime slice was discontinued.
That looks just like Sprite.
Missed. And even to this day, it
How
seems
do they not
Pepsi
get
still
sued?
can't get it right in this category of beverage.
How do they not
Next,
get
Fido
sued?
Dido, who used to be the slogan guy for lemon lime slice, and I think 7-Up even stole Fido Dido from Pepsi.
Wait a minute. I know this character. This character... Okay, if any of you out there grew up in the age of watching CBS Saturday Morning, like the Ninja Turtles, there'd be times where this character with the same hair would be in between the commercials going, "We'll be right back after these messages," or "We'll be right back Like, this guy would be in between the commercials. Like, we'll be right back. I would see this guy a lot when I watched the Ninja Turtles cartoon from the 90s, early 90s.
As well. So what I'm going to do
Like
right
when they had
now
the Bill and Ted
is
cartoon, all that
open up this
jazz.
can. I believe it's got to be from the 90s.
That was just like Sprite. That I cannot believe they didn't sue him.
It's lemon lime
Green
spice.
can, the same font, Sprite slice.
Okay.
It looks that looks like
No
lemonade.
carbonation. It looks like syrup already.
Well, it looks like lemonade.
There's definitely particles floating in it, and it smells like if a cheetah ripped a sour fart directly into my nostrils. Oh, there's little floaty things.
Maybe you shouldn't drink it then if there's
Lemon lime
floaties.
Sprite, ladies and gentlemen.
It means you're going to die. That flight behind you is going to be at your funeral. You keep drinking that.
Interesting. I can taste acid.
Maybe it's not good to drink acid then.
Acidy lemons with a slight hint of carbonation.
This sounds like it tastes like awful Sprite.
Slight hint of carbonation and sugar and water. That is totally not how I remembered. Now what I have here is something that I saw in my college marketing textbook.
I've heard new Coke, yeah.
Reformulation of the flagship formula of Coca-Cola, introduced by the Coca-Cola Company on April 23rd, 1985. And this is quite possibly what I'm holding in my hand, the biggest failure in the history of marketing. By 1985, Coca-Cola realized very quickly by conducting multiple blind taste tests that they were losing major market share because the consumer preferred the sweeter taste of Pepsi to Coke. So with a new sweeter formula and a slogan of now better than ever before, better taste, Coke is it. The Coca-Cola Company made the most bonehead move in the history of beverages because this new Coke formula was met with hostility. 40,000 letters, 1,500 phone calls per day.
Yeah.
After 3 months of new Coke being on the market, Coca-Cola brought back the original formula, branded it as Coca-Cola Classic, and pretty much saved the company from extinction. In 1992, New Coke was rebranded as Coke 2. Finally, on July 10th, 2002, New Coke and Coke 2 were discontinued forever. And I will leave you with this quote from the Coca-Cola Company themselves 3 months after the launch of New Coke.
Alright.
To hear some tell it, April 23rd, 1985 was a day that will live in marketing infamy, spawning consumer angst, the likes of which no business has ever seen. And now, today, I will be drinking.
Well, yeah, that's because the thing is, if the company said, listen, we don't give you another option and have both on the market, the big mistake was saying we're going to replace it. And for a lot of people, if they like the taste, it's like, well, wait a minute, I like the way it is. Don't get rid of it. People didn't want it to get rid of. And that's what pissed a lot of people off. And some people are like, well, fuck that thing. You know what? Screw it. And now, because not everyone's going to read the fucking news about the Coke stuff, they're like, nah, I'm going to stick with this. Because they now have a fear of, oh my god, this could be the last Coke that comes out. I better grab it. Oh what if it's not here next week, next month? Well, that's the new thing, so that'll be around. I better drink this old one when I can before they get rid of it in full.
This sweet, caffeine-free
That's what they would be worried
New
about.
Coke, straight up from
I
1985. Let's see what this tastes like.
They should bring the new Coke back. I would love to give it a taste. I would love to give it a taste to see what it's like,
Okay,
what the difference is.
caffeine-free New Coke. It looks like muddy diarrhea juice right off the bat.
And from what I understand, even when they brought Coca-Cola back, it wasn't the exact same anyway.
Jesus. There's a chunk. I will take a looks
Like,
like
if you
moss
want the
with a
actual,
green mossy chunk.
how do I put it?
There we go.
If you want the
Oh
actual
god, it looks like prune juice. In my very first sip, I
original
got
Coke, you gotta get one of
cherry
those like
moss
glass bottle
on mouth.
Cokes.
Caffeine-free
Sometimes they call it the
Coke.
Mexican Coke.
Now better than
Like
ever.
those long,
Lemon
thin
juice.
glass bottles. Like, that's like the pure sugar. Just like change it where it's not sugar, it's something else.
It tastes like dirty prune juice feet.
You seem to taste a lot of feet. Cause I don't know what feet taste like. Like everybody's like foot fetish. I don't know. You taste a lot of feet.
That moss chunk. Okay. I may have botulism.
Of course,
Last
if
but
I say it
not
tastes like
least,
ass, it
I'm
could be the
holding
same
in
as
my
well.
hand PepsiCo's biggest marketing failure. Crystal
Wait a minute.
Pepsi,
Wait a
the
minute. Wait a
clear
minute. Wait a minute.
cola.
Wait a minute.
I may have botulism. Last but not least,
You not don't taste the other Coke, like the new Coke, the actual new Coke.
moss chunk. Okay. I may have botulism. Last but not least,
Okay.
I'm holding in my hand PepsiCo's biggest marketing failure. Crystal Pepsi, the clear cola, which was introduced in 1992, but unfortunately through sabotage by Coca-Cola releasing Tab Clear, Crystal Pepsi was pulled from the shelves in 1994
Tab
through a
Clear.
crazy viral marketing fan campaign with over 37,000 signatures. In 2015, 16, and 17, PepsiCo decided to re-release Crystal Pepsi, and all that I plan on doing right here, right now, is getting in the time
Man,
machine
I
and
miss
dark
Crystal
cloud,
Pepsi. I liked it.
going
I would
back
buy
and
it a
revisiting
lot.
the
I
cherry
really
jam
enjoyed it.
as I enjoy this now 25-year-old
I really enjoyed Crystal
Crystal
Pepsi. I
Clear
wish they stuck around.
Crystal Pepsi.
Better than some of the other fucking soda out there. I think it's better than regular Pepsi.
It still smells like an old man's nutsack.
I'll take your word for it.
Billy Beast, I totally got this time. You've never seen it taste like this.
Was this done around Christmas? What's with the Christmas music? Was it acid trip now? What's with the hallucinogenic music? Oh yeah, is he doing Putin yen? Well, Putin got him a fucking limited edition with his fucking face and name on it, so...
Crystal Pepsi. Crystal Pepsi.
If he's gonna puke, I'm not gonna look. And do it the first time, got him a fucking deal, so... Guess he did something right.
Tastes like no other. Oh, that was awesome. That was awesome, dude. Oh.
Or maybe it saved your life to get all that botulism from the other sodas out of your system.
Alright, as an added bonus, these are actually pretty cool. These are, I guess, late 80s around. I definitely remember these from my childhood, but if you go like this, it's you, boom. It actually spells out sex. S-E-X.
Huh.
These are the sex Pepsi cans, which I totally remember seeing them at my uncle's house on Christmas every year. So now
Okay.
I own a pair of sex cans. Okay, great. But on that note, LA Beast. Have a good day. Whoa, I gotta get out of here.
Oh, of course, that's another review. Alright. Yeah, shut up. Anyway, thanks for watching. Take care. Thanks once again to Brian for the request. Seemed pretty fun video. Interesting. I would like to have heard a little bit more about what the actual taste was, like trying to discern exactly what that taste is. I do think Brad Cinemastop does that a little bit better. But the video was fine. Again, the whole puking stuff. I guess that's, part of his gimmick is what got him to deal with Crystal Pepsi the first time, so there you go. But I would say I still prefer Brad Jones, the way he does it more. Because he does get into a little bit more of, like, he has jokes, but a little bit of what the actual taste is, trying to describe it. And I do prefer that. But this is still a fun enough video. This discontinued stuff does fascinate me quite a bit. Someone should do a video, like, all of the discontinued sodas, like all the commercials, like all the TV spots of all the discontinued stuff. I think that'd be pretty cool, pretty interesting to see, like the history of sodas. I wonder if anyone done like the history of sodas and just like TV spots, commercials of all of them. That'd be pretty cool. So with that said, thanks for watching. Take care. We'll see you guys later. Bye bye.